Every stone of this tower whispers a secret, and every shadow hides a ghost. A place where time bends and where wolves remember sins too terrible to name. This is Karazhan. For 20 years this tower has stood as a monument to one man's fall, and Blizzard's cut ambitions, dating all the way back to before WoW's alpha. Ever wonder why there's a giant floating asteroid behind where you killed Prince Malchezaar? I've got the answers, so light your torches and steel your nerves, and let's step inside. Long before it was planned to be a dungeon, or even a raid, before it was even haunted, Karazhan was home to one man, Medivh, the last guardian of Tirisfal. Born to the mighty Aegwynn, he was cursed before he took his first breath. You see, during her final battle with Sargeras, the Dark Titan burrowed a piece of himself into her soul, and when Medivh was conceived, that corruption passed to him. As a boy, he trained here under the watchful eyes of demons in disguise. The tower libraries taught him forbidden magic, the kind that would later rip open the dark portal and unleash the First War. But here's the tragedy. Medivh didn't know he was being manipulated. Not until the day his best friend Anduin Lothar, Medivh's apprentice Khadgar, and of course Garona Half-Orcan stabbed him through the heart in these very halls. His body died, but Karazhan, it kept him, because some places remember. Walk through these halls today and you'll meet echoes of the past. The ghostly dinner parties where nobles laughed at jokes told centuries ago. The opera stage where tragedies replay on a loop. Even Morose, the undead butler, still polishes silverware for a master who will never return. But the real horror? The Maiden of Virtue, a corrupted Titan Watcher trapped in the tower's depths, her once holy light now twisted into judgment. She asks visitors, do you seek redemption? But here's the cruel truth. No one in Karazhan gets redeemed, not even her. Medivh's parties and celebrations took her attention and brought her to Karazhan. Her attempts to purify the corruption by any means necessary failed, and was left to rot within the halls. Not even a Titan Watcher can cleanse this evil tower. Yet for all its ghosts, the weirdest Karazhan secrets aren't spooky at all. They're sad. Miles of halls deleted from the game files. So let's take a detour into the glories of old WoW, because original Karazhan looked like this. Yeah, a completely different, phenomenally menacing tower. Was it too dark? Too obvious that something had manifested within the walls? Close. This was taken from a Reddit post by Undead Murky from about 5 years ago. I found it looking for some extra tidbits for the video. He's done a ton of research and definitely checking out the post itself. I've left it in the description, and a big thank you to you, because there's some really cool pieces found here. The post also gives us a first look at Karazhan's interior. The problem here? Too many stairs. Half of the instance was stairs, and this had to change. Karazhan itself was designed by John Statz initially back in 2001, and over the next 3 years it would evolve into a labyrinth akin to nothing we've seen in-game. And that brings me on to the answer for the mysterious floating asteroid we see at the top of Karazhan's tower. This was planned by Statz as a second raid within the walls. After beating Prince Malchezaar, you'd then take the fight to the Legion and battle them back as well. The plan was to make Karazhan bigger than Lower Blackrock and Upper Blackrock combined. This would have definitely done the trick. The Karazhan we got is the middle section of what would have been a monumental delve. And the reason it was cut, both the upper Legion-filled part and the lower, sinister crypts were truly because it had become too big. But I think I speak on behalf of all of us when I say we would have gladly had more Karazhan. And surely this part would have been the inspiration for the Legion ship at the end of Upper Karazhan as well, right? But beneath the tower, there is something worse. Hidden beneath the walls themselves, where no light reaches, is this. A smiley face. Not a demon, not a ghost, just a happy little guy etched into the floor. Why? No one knows. Maybe a dev's prank. Maybe Sargeras' true final form. Either way, it is peak WoW charm. And of course, mentioning anything Karazhan wouldn't be complete without mentioning the crypts. Now opened in Cataclysm after the Rogue Legendary questline, this once locked gate hid a labyrinth of absolutely mind-blowing terrain. It left everyone wondering, is this going to be the new raid? The answer, it was left over from all of the major cuts Blizzard had done to Karazhan. The crypts would have been the equivalent of Lower Blackrock Spire, and you can see it in the sketch here. They did end up revamping the crypts for Season of Discovery, fully fleshing out an entire 5-man dungeon. Slowly, Blizzard makes its way through the forgotten content it's left us with along the way. Now in Legion, Khadgar reclaimed Karazhan. Sort of. He ventured back in with our help in search of knowledge to battle back the Legion, but even we couldn't scrub away all the dark. And that darkness attracted the Legion themselves. The tower was crawling with both ghosts and demons. Terrible dinner guests, so it was up to us to cleanse the halls once again. And just a little off script here, but this isn't the only instance in which we return to Karazhan. Like Rathian, for example, entering in BFA in order to find knowledge there. Karazhan itself, as we know it, was built on ley lines and is a wealth of knowledge, specifically forbidden knowledge and kind of sort of the things that the mages don't really want us to know. But with the World's Soul Saga looming and Karazhan's ley lines making it ground zero for void interference, maybe it'll come back. Imagine Xal'atath corrupting the tower's ghosts, the Maiden of Virtue becoming a void worshipper. Anything could be possible. And if Blizzard can redo the Karazhan crypts for Season of Discovery, what's to stop them taking a look at the second raid nestled away post Malchezaar? Karazhan is more than a raid. It's an adventure into the old lore, a museum of WoW's cut content and quirks, and finally a monument to the man who sold the world for power. So tell me, what's your favourite Karazhan secret? And did I miss any? Please let me know in the comments, and if you love WoW's untold stories, don't forget to subscribe for the next deep dive. We are growing faster than I can keep track, and I am so grateful for all of you. Thank you so much for watching, and please do have a lovely day.